Hello and welcome here to Kingston. It's day 2, game 2 of the day of the 2025 Colts Fall Classic. Between a team we saw in the opening game of the day, the East Nepean Eagles, taking on the Cornwall River Rats U18. Hello everybody, my name is Jacob Ewing and we're off and going here. As it'll be the Eagles at the bats at the top of the inning, and we'll see the River Rats on the offense in the bottom. East Nepean coming off a loss in the first game of the day to the Orleans Red Sox. That one ending 15-4. This one piped to center field and will drop down for a leadoff single there for Grayson. Got all of that ball, lifted it. Almost a moonshot there. And a leadoff runner on first base now for East Nepean, as both these teams looking to get adjusted into this ball game. Starting pitcher this morning for the River Rats will be Nathan, number 15, at the mound. And here comes Dax up to the plate here with a runner on first base. So the East Nepean Eagles really didn't get much offense going in the first game. Would like to turn that around here. Runner going to second. The throw lobbed up, but not there in time. And we'll have runner now at second base. Dax, ground ball to the shortstop, bobbled around, toss cross diamond. Good throw, but not there in time. Runner now going to third, and he's safe, and Dax able to extend to second on the throw. So now two runners in scoring position here for East Nepean, really getting their offense going here early. This will bring up Leo with 2 on. And so a great opportunity here. We'll see how the River Rats work this. First pitch up high, pipe down the left field line for a fair ball. Grayson will score. Dax joining him as he comes around from second. And how about 2 RBIs and a double for Leo? And it's 2-0 for East Nepean, as they've got the offense going here early. Almost matched. We'll have half the runs they had in the entire game just earlier this morning. That's a chopper to the shortstop, play to first, just underneath the glove of the first baseman. Here comes Leo around third after he's able to extend an extra base. There goes Nate to third, and now he's getting the wave around to home as that one squeaks past the third baseman, and it's 4-0 as Nate will come around. Little league home run. Extends on a couple missed throws in the infield there from Cornwall. And it's 4-0. East Nepean have matched the amount of runs they scored in the entirety of last game in just the first 4 batters in this one. And this will bring up number 10, Henry. So Cornwall going to have to start fighting against it. Popped up in foul territory and will just drop down as the catcher, John, almost got there in time. But we'll see strike 1. And so we'll get back underway here with Henry's at-bat. We'll have the 0-1 pitch. Gets a piece of it again. We'll foul it back, and we'll see strike 2. So lots of contact here early on from the Eagles batters, as Nathan giving them very hittable material. It's just been some errors in the infield that have came back to bite them. Well, the 0-2. Underneath it, lifts it to the shortstop, and the catch is made by Jackson for out number 1. And a way to get underneath of it there. Didn't have to move his feet very much, just had to kind of time it up. Able to get underneath of it, and there's 1 down. This will bring up number 3. This is Jackson. Lifts it in foul territory. Searching for it is the catcher, but unable to locate it while it was in the air. And we'll have a strike against Jackson. Very consistent so far as Nathan through the strike zone. But the Eagles have taken advantage of that and have found some very heavy contact here early on. We'll have the 0-1. Heavy swing and a miss there from Jackson for strike 2. And a chance here for a strikeout potentially. It would be the first one of the ball game. Here for Nathan. We'll have the 0-2. Roller to the shortstop, stops it, play to first, in time. And they got him for out number 2. And there's 2 down as after 4 consecutive runs scored for East Nepean, Cornwall has upped the defense. And here's number 6. This is Tristan now at the plate. Gets a piece of it, will foul it back. But you can definitely tell the warm-up game that, well, the first game of the day, that the Eagles have under their belt has provided some sort of a warm-up, some sort of sense of comfortability going into this one. And on the other half for a ball. We haven't seen a lot of those so far. We'll have a 1-1 count. It's ball 2 on the outside. And back-to-back balls will go Tristan's way. We'll have a 2-1 count. So nobody on here as well for East Nepean. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Heavy swing and a miss there for strike 2. And a chance now for Nathan to find his second consecutive strikeout and make that his first strikeout and end the top of the inning. That went down low, will move us to a full count situation. And we'll have the payoff pitch here to Tristan. And it's ball 4 on the outside. And a walk to keep the top of the inning alive as we'll have a runner now at first base. I'm going to bring up number 11. This is Zane. First pitch to Zane, gets a piece of it on the top of the barrel. We'll spit it back to the backstop. And so we'll have strike 1. They haven't had a problem, Nathan hasn't, of getting leads in the count. He's had a couple batters at 0-2, but the top of the order has gone to work for East Nepean, able to win battles, find contact. This one popped up to the shortstop, and the catch is made by Jackson for out number 3, and the River Rats will send themselves to the offense. As East Nepean cashing 4 runs, opened the scoring, matched the tally they had in the entirety of last game, and just the top of the first inning alone. And when we come back, we'll see the Cornwall River Rats, their first time on the offense, looking to get on the board. You're watching the 2025 Colts Fall Classic here in Kingston. We'll get the bottom of the first inning underway here. Leading things off, we'll have Jackson followed up by Caleb and Wallace, the confirmed 3 here. Jackson made a couple nice plays in the infield to help end the top of the first inning, a couple catches, and even made the throw down to first. Pretty much was involved in all 3 of the outs that the River Rats found. Starting pitcher this morning for East Nepean, number 6, gets the honors. That's Tristan. One's over top of the head. He'll have to duck down to get away from it, and we'll see a ball. Jackson gets a piece of it. We'll just foul it off the third baseline. Break that. Yeah, make that the first baseline for a foul. Ball will be strike against him. So we've seen 2 games so far in this tournament. We saw a Kingston Colts team beat another Cornwall team last night. That's ball 4 for Jackson. We'll take down to first base. And a leadoff walk now. We'll give a runner to work with. And this brings up Caleb. We'll see what he can do with a runner on first. First pitch swinging. We'll foul it back. That one on the bat of Caleb will just spin off the third baseline for a foul ball. So the River Rats down by 4. Their first opportunity on the offense. Looking to get some runs back. He will go through in a swing there. Runner down to second. The tag. Not applying in time. And a successful steal there from Jackson will move himself now to a scoring position. It's also a strikeout for Caleb, and this will bring up Wallace. Wallace wearing number 27. Could be to replicate Vladimir Guerrero Jr. potentially. Does hit in the same spot. Normally Vladdy hits in the third spot. This is where Wallace is hitting as well in the lineup. I'd love to get his team on the board as well. Chance to do so with runner in scoring position. We'll take that one for a strike, as he'll take a looking. Over top of his head for another ball. 3 balls in the count. Tristan found a strikeout moments ago, looking to potentially get another one here. That one will get a piece of, I think it's going to be called a hit by pitch walk, and it will be, as that one was right for him. Ducked down, couldn't get away from it though. And we'll have runners at first and second as Wallace makes his run down. This brings up Nate. First pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman, and will split through the middle infielders to center field. Runner again the wave around to home. This is Jackson. He will score. And how about an RBI and a single for Nate? Gets himself in a scoring position as well to second, and now the River Rats have themselves on the board. It's 4-1, and tying run now at the plate as well. And this is John. First pitch on the inside for ball 1. The 1-0. Underneath of it. Lifts it in the infield. Drops down into no man's land. 1 run will score as Wallace comes around. Nate thinking about it. In between third and home. Now he's coming home, and there's no test. Runner going to third as well. That one thrown away. And the River Rats have tied the game. It's an inside the park home run as the whole entire dugout clears to celebrate with John as he gets all the way around. And it's tied up 4-4. And ball 4 on the outside. Move runner down to first, and now go-ahead run on base here for Cornwall. What a turn of events we saw here after East Nepean looked so confident after the top of the first inning. Runner down to second, and the throw off target. Safe and sound as he runs to second. Runner in scoring position here. As this is, I believe, Nash at the plate. We'll see if Nash can potentially end the inning, too, as it'd be the 5-run limit rule if runner was able to get around. That one on the outside for another ball. And so Tristan, who was our starting pitcher in this morning's game as well, got to figure out a way to get out of this jam. Still no outs as well. That's ball 4 on the inside for Nash. And put runners on first and second again with another walk. And here's Jax at the plate. Jackson Hunt, first pitch. Inside for a ball. Underneath of it, lifts it in foul territory, and will drop down for a foul ball, and we'll see a strike. That's on the opposite side of Jackson. Here goes both runners down to third and second, and they'll both get an extra base. As it's now 2 runners in scoring position here for Cornwall. And even more of an opportunity here for Jax to potentially end the inning. Only 1 run is needed for the 5-run limit rule. Would also give them the lead. We'll see if they can make it happen. And strike the call on just the top of the zone. I believe a full count situation here. We'll have the pitch from Tristan. And we'll get him looking for strike 3. And the first strikeout of the morning here from Tristan. And there's, I believe, 1 down. And here's Arlo to the plate. First pitch, we'll take it looking for strike 1. And so we approach the bottom of the order here for the River Rats. Only 1 run needed. Holds off, good take. We'll take ball 1 on the outside. And he's got a feeling it's going to be a high-scoring game between these two. As it's already 4-4, still in the bottom first. That one on the outside, good play by the catcher to get away from behind the zone. I believe that's Grayson behind the plate to keep that one in his vicinity. As if that ball gets to the backstop, you got to think a runner at third is going to come on home. And this one up high for another ball. And ball 4 for Arlo. We'll get him down to first base. And the bases are loaded here for Cornwall. In reality, only one of these runs can score. So this kind of does benefit East Nepean here as they get a force out on any of the bases over the plate. And here's Mason. Ball to the backstop. Here comes runner on home. And the River Rats will take the lead. And that will do it for the first inning. As it's the 5-run limit. And the River Rats, what a reaction after going 4 runs down at the top of the first. Respond to 5 with their own. And it's now 5-4 heading into the top of the second. When we come back, East Nepean back on the offense. Looking to get some runs back in their favor. You're watching the 2025 Colts Fall Classic here in Kingston. I do, yes. Cool. Perfect, thank you. Well, joining back here for the top of the second inning in a high-scoring, high-intensity top of the first and bottom of the first inning, just the first inning in general. And leading things off for East Nepean, number 12, Theo. Kind of sprawls away from that pitch as it was inside, and we'll see ball number 1. We'll have the 1-0 pitch. Holds off. Great take there from Theo. We'll have ball 2 on the outside. And a 2-0 lead here as he'll take himself an early lead in the count. Takes a chance on that one. We'll get a piece of it and foul it back for strike 1. And we'll move to 2-1 in the count here as East Nepean, they were very effective of just putting barrel to ball in the top of the first. Lots of contact, lots of heavy contact as well. We'll have the bottom of the order of Theo, Avery, and Nate V. We'll see if they can kind of replicate the same. That one on the other side of where Theo wanted it, and we'll see another ball. I believe that's ball 3 go his way. And we'll have the 3-1 pitch. And it's ball 4 on the inside and a leadoff walk here for Theo. Put a runner on first base. A leadoff runner. He also represents the tying run now. And we'll bring up number 2. This is Avery. Avery will go swinging for strike 1. As he took a chance on it. And we'll have the 0-1 pitch. Takes his time and delivers. Inside on the hands from Avery. Still fair contact as it's a comebacker. Gets the out at second. And the throw to first off the target. And here goes Avery down to second now. So the first out here in the top of the second inning, but a runner in scoring position as well. As they get the fielder's choice, but kind of gets counteracted off of a misthrow. Off a throw that maybe didn't need to be made as Avery was pretty much already confirmed at first base. Now this will bring up Nate V to the plate as we hit the bottom of the order. Nate will go swinging for strike 1. As the new pitcher coming to the game, Nathan started it. It's now Miller at the rubber here for the second inning. Of the 0-1. Bouncer in the dirt, gets past the catcher. Here goes Avery down to third base. It makes his run successful. Now has a runner, a base hit away from tying this game up for East Nepean. Love the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. chance for a strikeout here for Miller. The 1-2 pitch inside to the backstop. Here goes Avery to home plate. And safe and sound. Ties the game up for East Nepean. It's 5-5. And so now nobody on for Nate. And a 2-2 count. We'll have the 2-2 pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 3. And the first strikeout for Miller since making his debut at the mound. And there's 2 down. I'll go back to the top of the order here for East Nepean. So I'll bring up Grayson. Inside and Grayson to the backstop. Nobody on base, though, so don't got to worry about anybody running. And we'll have a ball. So we'll see, sure, many more teams throughout the tournament. I know our next game will have featured the Orleans Red Sox again, as they'll be back for 1:30. It'll be interesting to see who they play. I believe it may be a Kingston team, potentially, and I believe the swing of the bat got the catcher's hand. As he shakes it off, gives a thumbs up to the umpire. It's just always good to see that he's okay. And I think it's going to be called catcher's interference there will be the call. So Grayson will be on first base. And so runner on first base with their catcher's interference. Good to see that the catcher for Cornwall is good to go. As it's always, you always don't want to see that painful contact. He shook it off. A little walk around and made his way back behind the plate. That one gets past the backstop, and here it goes. Grayson with some jets all the way from first to third, and now he's getting the wave around to home. This would take the lead for the Eagles, and it does. Goes all the way from first, steals second, how about third, and then finishes it off with home plate, and it's 6-5 for East Nepean. That's just phenomenal. I think the best thing about it is when he reached second, there was no sign of slowing down. Immediately went from one corner to the next, and just a missed throw in the infield from Cornwall resulted in another run. That pitch on the outside for Dax will have another ball. The 2-0 pitch to Dax, fishes one down in the zone, will slice into foul territory. And so we'll see a strike for Dax. Of a 2-1 count. Nobody on. Only one out needed to get out of it, and looks like that one will get a piece of Dax right down by the feet. And put a runner on first base as there'll be a hit by pitch walk. And we'll bring up Leo to the plate with a runner on first base. Leo pulls this one to first base. The scoop and the tag of the base successful. And that will end the top of the second inning. And so the River Rats only hold the Eagles to 2 runs. It's a 1-run lead for East Nepean, and when we come back, chance for Cornwall to take the lead back, which they once had. You're watching the 2025 Colts Fall Classic here at Shannon's Corners Ballpark.
Yep, that's the way you guys got it right. You guys got together, you talked, and you guys made the right call. It's still traditional friends.
Well, joining back here for the bottom of the second inning between Cornwall and East Nepean. Leading things out for the River Rats. It's number 2, this is Mason. As we're approaching the bottom of the order here, we'll have Mason and Miller, and then back to the top with Jackson. That's a strike as it hits the outside corner. And strike 2 looking there for Mason right down the middle. Back for his second inning as well. At the mound is number 6. This is Tristan, who has already pitched 4 innings here throughout his 2 games. Well, this is his 4th inning of work. And I believe a 2-2 count here for Mason. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's on his backside for ball 3. And will move us now to a full count. And so we'll have a payoff pitch here from Tristan. And look to kind of break it in there. Not enough on it. And it's ball 4 for Mason. He'll win the count. And put a leadoff runner on first with a leadoff walk. And we'll bring up Miller, who pitched the top of the second inning for Cornwall. With his first at bat as we hit the bottom of the order. And we'll have ball 2 on the first 2 pitches from Miller. That one goes to the legs of the catcher. Here goes Mason down to second. And we'll have runner in scoring position as he's able to get there. And a ball on the outside as well. It's a 3-1 count here for Miller as he's owned it. We'll see if we can see a walk and put runners at first and second as well, potentially. The 3-1. And it's ball 4. The call, runner down the third. As Mason will extend, and Miller will make his way down to first base and put runners now in the corners for top of the order Jackson. And a great opportunity here for the River Rats, who are trying to take a potential lead back into this game. A new pitcher looks to be coming in, as that will do it for Tristan. Goes 1 inning. And a couple batters here in the bottom second. And so we'll have a pitching change coming in. Will be number 13. This is Leo, right-handed pitcher who will start his warm-up here before we get back underway. And so Leo will finish up his warm-up before we get back underway here. So tying run at third base, go-ahead run at first with no outs here for Cornwall, who hit the 5-run limit in the first inning. And kind of matched the offense that East Nepean put up in the top of the first inning. So back and forth these two teams are going, and we're back underway here. As Jackson, the leadoff hitter, well, at the top of the order hitter, will make his way to the batter's box, and we'll get this ball game resumed. Now the first pitch here to Jackson. Golfs one down low in the zone. Shortstop needs to make the decision, goes to first, and no play to be had as it slips on past. 1 run will score, and we're all tied up at 6 apiece, as it's an RBI for Jackson. And 2 in scoring position now at third and second, and this will bring up Caleb. And strike 1 for Caleb. We'll see if Leo can get into a bit of a rhythm here at the mound. His team kind of needs him to if they want to keep this game nice and tight. It looks like runner will come home and score, but time was being called. Well, looks like that one got off of the catcher. And so a foul ball will be called. But the catcher potentially took an awkward slide into the dirt, or even got hit by that pitch. And we'll see if he's okay. We hope he is, obviously. And so he looks good to go, puts the glove back on, and will remain in the ball game. For East Nepean, that is Grayson behind the plate. And he'll see a couple pitches, make sure that hand is still good to go. Oh, it looks perfect. And so, in just a moment's time, Caleb will just make his way back into the batter's box, and we'll get his at-bat resumed. And Caleb will make his way back to the batter's box, and we're back underway here. Gale, go ahead run at third base for Cornwall. And a swing and a miss there for a strike. as it's 2 against him now after he got a foul ball just moments ago before the injury happened with the catcher. And that's a strike 3 against him, gets him looking as he picks the inside corner. And here's Wallace up to the plate now with a chance to take the lead. Heavy chop for strike 1 and reaches one on the outside. Of the 0-1. And strike 2 as he'll take it looking. And Leo will take a lead now in the count. Wallace got to stay alive and protect. Of the 0-2 pitch. Over top of him for ball 1. One, two. Again, another one over top of him. Runner thinks about it at third base, but good fast reaction time there from Grayson to go grab that ball behind the plate and bring it back. So runner will not go. This one just spins foul off the first base line. And it'll have a 2-2 count still. And so the catcher just needs some time. Going to go to coach, fix up his helmet strap. And we'll get back underway. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Wallace. Gets him swinging upstairs for strike 3. And that will do it. Looks potentially, they think it's out 3. I got out 2. And that's out number 2. As East Nepean. I was pretty confident that was out number 3, but I did have out number 2. And so we will stay here in the bottom of the second inning with 2 on. And bring up cleanup hitter Nathan. Chance to do some damage. Trying to give his team the lead. But East Nepean 1 out away from getting out of it as well. First pitch to Nathan. Down in the zone. Chopper to the mound. Play to first. And that's out number 3. And so run will not score as he came around. And that will do it for the bottom second. We are tied at 6s after 2. And when we come back, top of the third with the East Nepean Eagles back on the offense, looking to take back the lead they once had. You're watching the 2025 Colts Fall Classic here in Kingston, Ontario. We're joining back here for the top of the third inning. 6-6 ball game between the River Rats and the Eagles. And bunt attempt square down the middle from Nate D. And how about a leadoff bunt, which will get him to first base as it was perfectly placed right down the third base line. So a runner on first base. Same pitcher that we saw on the top of the second. This is number 12, Miller. And so number 10, Henry, now at the bats with go-ahead run on first base. On the first pitch. This one fired to third. Handled, and no throw to be had. As he tosses it just a little bit too late. Here goes Nate down to third. He'll slide in there. And both runners find themselves in a scoring position now. After just a bit of a hesitant play there by the third baseman. Made nothing happen, and now a chance with a base hit to take the lead here for East Nepean. And it will bring up number 3, Jackson. That one to the backstop. Here comes Nate on home. Slides in there. And East Nepean have taken back the lead. And make it 7-6. Or 6-7. And runner on third base as well. So a chance to extend the lead here for Jackson. Got the potential to do so. On the 1-0 pitch. Another one to the backstop. Here goes runner on home again. And back-to-back runs get through. As back-to-back balls go to the backstop. And the bases are cleared and the Eagles are up by 2. It's now 8-6. And Miller's just got to shake those off and focus back up. Love the 2-0 pitch. Holds off, takes ball 3 down low. And now in full control of this count is Jackson. And if you're Miller here, you just got to toss something down the middle. We'll have the 3-0 pitch. And ball 4 on the outside. It's a 4-pitch walk for Jackson. And will make his way down to first base. Give her another runner to work with here for East Nepean. Ball 1, tossed down to second. Good throw. Hunter does not go, though. Maybe that, gets in his head a little bit with seeing that toss down to second. Makes it a little bit more hesitant. As we'll have the pitch to Tristan here. I believe he 1-0 count. Shows bunt. That one on the backside of him. Here goes runner down to second, and that's Jackson able to get himself now into scoring position. Tristan shows bunt again. And he'll hold off. There's no box at this age group, but he did start the pitch motion, then stop. That one to the backstop again. Here goes runner down to third. And Jackson now from one corner to the next with back-to-back steals. Now has himself a base hit away. And it's ball 4 for Tristan. Another 4-pitch walk, and I believe that will do it from Miller on the rubber. Goes about 1 inning here for Miller as he pitched the top of the second as well. And we'll have a new pitcher coming to the mound here for Cornwall. And it looks to be number 27. This is Wallace, who will come in as the third pitcher in this ball game. with 2 runners on in both of the corners. And his team down by 2, going to try to keep this game as close as possible. First batter he will face will be number 11, Zane. He'll take some pitches as a warm-up before we get back underway here. Back and forth game this has been. Cornwall had the lead after 1, 5-4, but pretty much run for run after that. The Eagles now have themselves a 2-run lead, both of those coming here in the top third. And a chance to extend it now with a runner at third base. And we'll get back underway here as Wallace looks all good to go. And we'll join this ball game on the mound with his team down by 2. First pitch to lead off. This one piped up to right center field. All the way almost to the back wall. 1 run will score. Another one getting waved around. Here goes Zane down to third. And how about 2 RBIs and a triple for Zane? As the Eagles make it double digits, 10-6. Perfectly placed there from Zane. And we'll bring up Theo with a runner at third base. That's got to be the best hit we've seen all day. First pitch swinging for Theo. Down to the second baseman. Tossed to first in time. For out number 1. We'll clear the bases. Make that. That's out number 3. Make that. No, that's the 5-run limit rule. Make that. So they did get out number 1, but we'll end the inning anyways due to the 5-run limit. It's 11-6 as the Eagles have woken up here in the top of the third. When we come back, bottom third with Cornwall on the offense, down by 5. We'll see if they can get some runs back in their favor when we return. You're watching the 2025 Colts Fall Classic here at Shannon's Corner Ballpark. And we'll get the bottom third underway here. First pitch on the outside for a ball for the leadoff hitter, Jonathan. Leo will make his second consecutive inning appearance here at the mound. Chopper to third. Handled, play to first in time. Close there from Jonathan. Trying to beat out the throw, but just a tad too late. And there's one down. And a swing and a miss for strike one. It's over top of the zone there for ball one. This is River. In the batter's box right now. We'll take that one on the inside for ball two. It'll be a 2-1 count. So East Nepean starting things off strong on the side of the defense with a quick out. On the outside again. That's ball three. In a 3-1 count. Chance here for a walk for River to put him on first base. And it will be ball four for River, and a runner now on first base for the Riverettes. And this brings up Nash. Lobbed over top of the zone into the head level of Nash for ball one. And so the rain is cleared up. Still a little windy, a little frisky, kind of cold. Here at the ballpark, strike the call, gets past the catcher. River down to second. And runner now in scoring position here for Cornwall. Over top of the eyesight for another ball there for Nash. And a chance here if we see, I believe, a 2-1 count. Fouled back for a strike. And we'll have 2-2. Gets contact. Will foul it off the first baseline, but that's a good start. Get a feel for the ball, also stays alive. That's all Nash has got to do. Trying to find something fair here. Last one lobbed in on the inside for ball three, I believe. And now we've worked a full count here. Underneath of it is Nash, and in the glove of the second baseman. What a play. Kind of draped over top of the base. And that's out number two. A great play, though, by River at second base, not to get an aggressive leadoff, as he kind of slid back into second base, and he'll be safe at second, so still a runner on. And this brings up Jax. And he'll take strike one. That's outside for a ball. Jax loads up, gets a piece of it on the top of the bat, and fouls it off. We'll take strike two. A chance for Leo to end the inning here. Jax underneath of it, lifts it in the infield. Three going for it, and one of them looks like he made the catch, and that's out number three. And a great play there. I'm not sure which one of the infielders that was, if that was the first baseman or the second baseman, but nonetheless, that's the third inning. And so the Riverettes unable to score after they got a leadoff walk. It's still 11-6, 5 the difference, and when we come back, it's the top of the fourth inning as we're in the final two innings here. In this one, Wallace back at the hill. You're watching the 2025 Colts Fall Classic here in the round robin.
Hey, Blue, when game's over, you mind holding on to the game balls? We're just short, so we just don't want to lose them. Thanks, guys. No ball.
We'll join you back here for the top of the fourth inning here in Kingston. East Nepean back at the bats. They're up by 5 runs after a big fourth inning. Make that the third inning on. They had a great defensive side, even better offensive side. Wallace back at the mound for his second consecutive inning after coming in the top of the third. And leading things off for East Nepean, it's number 2. This is Avery. Lobbed up high again for another ball. Avery lifts it in the infield in a sliding play by the shortstop to make the grab. And perfectly done there by number 15, I believe that's Nathan. Just located that ball, had to go down on a single knee to get underneath of it, and the play is successful, and there's one down. And this will bring up Nate to the plate. Up high for a ball. So Wallace is the third pitcher to come into the game here for the River Rats. After the first pitcher was Nathan, then the first pitcher was Jackson, and then I believe we went to Miller, and now we're at Wallace. Bunt shown, laid down, just slips outside the third baseline for a foul ball. Don't mind the attempt, though, just looking to get on base is Nate. We'll see if he goes back to it here. He's already shown it, though. Here's the pitch from Wallace. Goes for it again. Little miss on it for strike 2. And we'll have a full count situation here for Nate. Here's the payoff. It's ball 4 on the outside, and we'll have a walk to a runner on first base. And we'll go back to the top of the order as well, as Grayson will have another at-bat. I believe third time through the order, potentially here. I believe it is, yes, for the Eagles. Grayson will show a bunt. This one laid down fair, and by the time any infielders get to it, Grayson's already at first base. A perfectly placed bunt there from the Eagles' top of the order hitter. And there's runners on first and second as he's able to advance the runner as well. And this will bring up number 8, Dax. First pitch to Dax, up the middle, a comebacker, past the mound, slips on past the shortstop as well. Nate will get the wave around home. Grayson thinks about it, will stay at third, and it's an RBI single for Dax. And it's 12-6 now for the East Nepean Eagles. Have doubled the tally of the River Rats after this game was tied at 6 apiece. It's 6 straight runs. And here's Leo. Digs one down in the dirt, right back up the middle. Play from Wallace to first base in time for out number 2. A sacrifice play, though, will score a run to make it 13-6. But a big second out there for the River Rats. Have an opportunity now to send themselves back to the offense with only 1 out needed. And the first pitch to Nate D on the outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Holds off for ball 2. Love the 2-0 pitch. Lobbed over top of the zone. For another ball. Runners coming home from third. The tag not there in time. And Dax takes the infield by surprise after Wallace was kind of faced walking back to the hill. And Dak decides to come on home and makes it 14-6 now. For East Nepean. Play to first in time. And a perfect play there from the infield after Nate fired one up the middle. And that will end the top of the 4th inning. The Eagles do find 3 runs, make it a 8-run ball game. 14-6, and we'll need some offense now from the River Rats if they're going to want to stay alive. We'll see if they can do it when we come back. You're watching the 2025 Colts Fall Classic here in Kingston.
What grip does Emerson use? Like in his glove?
He just do in the paint.
Well, Jody back here for the the bottom of the 4th inning with the River Rats on the offense. They got to get something going now. They'll have 2 more offensive opportunities here. But there is a 5-run limit in each inning, so they would need, by my calculations, they would need 4 here in order to stay alive, or even 3 make that. 3 would keep them alive in this game. But the Eagles trying to shut that down. That's a strike whipped in there by a new pitcher coming to the ball game. It's number 1, Grayson, who moves from behind the plate in the catcher's position to the mound. And strike 2, make that strike 3 looking there from the batter. And a backwards K for the first batter Grayson will face. And there's 1 down. And here's Mason. Can he get something started? First pitch to Mason. Ball 1 on the inside. And he will take a step towards the plate here. His first pitch he was practically outside the box. Late swing there from Mason. Will foul it back, though, so he gets a piece of it. And he'll have a 1-1 count to the first 2 pitches. The 1-1. And strike 2. Good pitch there down the middle from Grayson. Mason took a chance on it. Just couldn't connect. And there's 2 strikes against him. Strike 3, swinging. And it's back-to-back punch-outs for Grayson. And there's 2 down. And this will bring up Miller at the bottom of the order. The first pitch to Miller. Strike 1 looking. And Miller's got to make contact here. Grayson looking so strong so far. They bring him in as the closer, potentially. The 0-1. Up high and outside for a ball. The 1-1. down in the dirt, bouncer over the plate. And we'll have the 2-1 pitch. Strike two looking there from Millers. He kind of backed away initially. And now he's got to battle. Got to protect to stay alive. Here's the 2-2. And it's ball 3 to move us to a full count situation. And a payoff pitch here from Grayson. And it's ball 4, just not enough power on it. And a walk there for Miller will move him down to first base. And give a runner to work with now for the top of the order. Has to go back up top to Jackson. Jackson on the inside of the bat, and the catch from the shortstop to end the inning as he stepped up and got it, and that will do the ball game as well. As the East Nepean Eagles win it 14-6, they score 8 consecutive unanswered runs after this game was once tied 6-6. And a great ball game nonetheless for both these teams. And so our next game will be the Kingston Colts taking on the Orleans Red Sox. The Red Sox won yesterday. They are 1-0, and I know there's a couple different Kingston teams in here, so we did see a Kingston team play yesterday who also did win, so could be a matchup of two already won teams. We'll find out. You won't want to miss it. That one, I believe, 1 or 1:30 first pitch. I've been Jacob Ewing. We'll see both these teams, I'm sure, later on in the tournament. East Nepean move to 1-1, and for the Cornwall Riverettes, the U9 team, they move to 0-1. Thank you for watching. We'll see you very soon.